tonight. Chief of Army Staff General directs troops to rescue adopted schoolgirls in Kebbi, soonest. Wife of Zamfara State Governor distribute food items cash to thousands of women in Zafi. Plus, 29th edition of State Annual Quranic Competition to an end. Peace be upon you viewers. Today is Tuesday, 27th of Jumada Ula 1447 after the migration of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to the city of Medina, which is equivalent to 18 November 2025. I am Zainab Sani Shaibu, and now the news in details. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu, has directed troops of Operational Fansanyama to intensify effort in securing the release of students adopted from Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, Maga, Kebbi State. A statement by the Information Officer, Operation Fansanyama, Captain David Adewise, says the Chief of Army Staff issued the directives during an operational tour to the states. Addressing the frontline commanders and troops, General Shaibu charged them to conduct intelligence-driven operations and maintain relentless day and night pursuit of the adopters and engage local vigilantes and hunters, describing them as a critical partner in operation. He urged the local vigilantes to leverage on their knowledge of the terrain in collaboration with the troops to locate and rescue the adopted schoolgirls as well as eliminate the criminal elements. Following the tragic adoption of schoolgirls from Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, Maga in Kebbi State, the committee is still grappling with fear and uncertainty. The attack, which also claimed the life of the school's vice principal, has left deep emotional scars on residents, especially parents of the adopted students. Correspondent Abdul Jalal Muhammad Bawa reports.
The abduction of students from Government Day Comprehensive Secondary School Maga in Kebbi State has thrown the entire community into deep sorrow and fear. Since the tragic incident, life in Maga has come to a near standstill. The usually lively town now wears a somber mood as families, neighbors, and community leaders remain in shock.
Honestly, we are still in fear. Since yesterday, we could not sleep. May God come to our aid.
The wife of the deceased vice principal could not hide her pains, while parents of the abducted schoolgirls remain hopeful, yet deeply worried, clinging to prayers and any sign of good news.
I will forever remember my husband, especially the way he's taking care of me and my children.
We are calling on the state government to please offer scholarship for the children of my brother.
We are begging the state government and the federal government, please, they should come to our aid and rescue these children. Because I believe the federal government can do it.
Community members gather to offer support to affected families as they anxiously await updates from security operatives. Security agencies, including the military, continue to comb suspected hideout in and around the areas as part of intensified search and rescue effort. Their presence in Maga has provided a small measures to reassurance, but tensions remain high. As the day passes, Maga stands strong in grief, a community bonded by faith, pain, and a shared hope that its daughters will be rescued and return home safely. In Maga of Dankuwasagu local government area of Kebbi State, Abdul Jalil Muhammad Bawa, NTA News.
Thousands of women in Kucheri and Yondo Tandaji towns of Safi local government areas have benefited with food items, wrappers, and cash by this wife of Zamfara State Governor Hajia Huriya Dauda Lawal. Correspondent Murtala Bala reports that the initiative was part of the present administration efforts to improve well-being of the citizens. The reports.
As part of her commitment to alleviate the sufferings of people amidst the current economic hardship, wife of Zamfara State Governor Hajia Huriya Dauda Lawal has donated food items, wrappers, and cash to thousands of women in Kucheri and Endo Tondaji towns, all in Sape local government area of the state. The governor's wife also sympathized with the traditional leaders of the two towns over the insecurity affecting the areas. Huriya Dauda Lawal reiterated the present administration's commitment to continue improving the security of lives and property of people in the state. The chairman of Ape Local Government Council, Alhaji Garba Panchas, Emir of Endo Tondaji, Alhaji Aliu Garba, and Yariman Kucheri, Abdulrahman Ibrahim, commended the governor's wife for her unflinching support to women in the state. The Emir of Endo Tondaji also conferred a traditional title of Maga Esar Endo Tondaji to the wife of the state governor. In Gusau, Murtala Bala, NTA News.
Women have been advised to be aware of potentially life-threatening condition affecting expectant mothers, known as pregnancy-induced hypertension, which is prevalent, especially in low-resources communities. A gynecologist at the Federal Medical Center Gusau, Dr. Ibrahim Duran, who gave the advice, highlighted some of the causes and risks of hypertension in pregnant women.
Pregnancy-induced hypertension, also called gestational hypertension, is a condition where a woman develops high blood pressure after 20th week of pregnancy. Doctors say it is one of the leading causes of complications during pregnancy and childbirth. A gynecologist, Dr. Ibrahim Duran of Federal Medical Center Gusau, who highlighted some of the risk factors of pregnancy-induced hypertension, said they include the high risk and the low risk factors.
A woman that is already a non-hypertensive, a woman, she is not hypertensive, she is not pregnant. Once she gets pregnant, we say, okay, this woman, because she is not hypertensive, she is going to develop that PIH, which we say she can cause an organ damage. If the last childbirth of that woman, that is the time she delivers last, to this time that she is going to deliver, is more than 10 years.
Dr. Duran said the sign of pregnancy-induced hypertension are worsening body swelling, blurry vision, severe headache, and lack of sleep.
She can even come with oliguria, that she has not been seeing urine, she has not been passing, or she will come with hematuria, that she's seeing urine, she's seeing blood in her urine, or she can come with vaginal bleeding. All these are signs and symptoms of pregnancy-induced hypertension, whether gestational hypertension, pre-eclampsia and eclampsia.
The medical expert also highlights some of the preventive measures the expectant mothers should take to prevent pregnancy complications.
We will now try to manage those that have not developed, and when they detect there is high risk, we place them on some drugs. There are other multiple vitamins that we can also place a woman on to try to prevent the development of preeclampsia.
Dr. Duran further advised pregnant women to adhere to the medical advice they receive at the antenatal for their betterment. He also adjoined husbands to allow their wives to go for early antenatal booking and to always support them in putting the piece of medical advice given to them into practice.
As the year rainy season is over, farmers in the state have commenced harvesting their various farm produce. A visit to some farmlands in Gusau, the state capital, by our correspondent Abubakar Muhammad revealed that the harvest of guinea corn, soya beans and white beans is in progress. The reports.
As the 2025 rainy season comes and goes, farmers in Zamfara State have planted various cereal crops. Crop plants such as maize and millet have been harvested, processed and taken back to home. In a visit to some farmlands in Gusau, the state capital, NTA News observed that farmers are in the stage of harvesting the guinea corn, which has been germinated so far. The guinea corn and the soya beans are the plant crops that are now in the stage of harvesting. Malam Umaru and Malam Nura are farmers seen in their farmlands harvesting their guinea corns and processing their soya beans. They maintain that this year's farming season has a suitable rainfall that leads to a bumper harvest, and hoped that the remaining crop plants that are yet to be harvested will also be in a good quality and quantity. In Gusau, Muhammad Abubakar, NTA News.
The 29th edition of Zamfara State Quranic Competition has entered the last stage with contingents expressing their experience for partaking the context. Correspondent Ali Sheikh, who reports that the Musabaqa has reached 9th category, with participants contesting for 16 hizb with Tawheed of the Quran. Now the reports.
As the ongoing Musabaqa enters semi-final stage, contingents from the 14 local government areas of Zamfara State have expressed satisfaction with the improvement they witnessed during the program. They also expressed joy and lessons learned of being part of the program, as many people have shown interest to representing their local government but could not make it. In the same vein, a female official, Hajia Binta Yusuf, was overwhelmed with the general conduct of the contestants. The Musabaka is expected to last for tomorrow, where successful contenders will emerge at all levels of the competition and to be announced on Thursday officially. In Gusau, Aliyu Shehu, NTA News.
Muslims have been admonished to respect the position of the prophets and the messengers of Allah and to desist from tarnishing the image in the name of preaching. The Deputy Chief Imam of Imam Malik Juma'at Mosque, Samaru, Gusau, Malam Muhammad Bello, made the admonishment while presenting Juma'at sermon in the mosque. Our correspondent Muhammad Abubakar completes the reports.
This week's sermon in the mosque was presented by the Deputy Chief Imam Malam Muhammad Bello, which discussed extensively on the position of the noble Prophet of Allah, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, and the effect of disqualifying him or otherwise. The Imam stated that Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, as any other human being, but he superseded other Muslims in many areas such as prophethood, messengerhood, among others. Malam Muhammad Bello, who quoted several Quran verses and prophetic tradition to betray his points, called on Muslim Ummah to desist from accusing Prophet in any way and adhered strictly to his right teachings so as to gain the blessings of Allah here and hereafter. The scholar then called on Muslims to went back to schools and learn more about the position of Allah and his apostles so that to avoid being falling into wrong ways. Hundreds of Muslims attended the congregational prayer in the mosque.
الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Muhammad Abubakar, NTA News.
With this report, we have come to the end of today's news. Thank you for viewing. Do have a blessed night.